Looks like there's 2 lines to the petcock, and there's another one on the other side of the tank, underneath. It's the 3rd line, and on the right hand side of the tank. Looks like it's just that clip there, and that white connector in the back probably was the sensor. And here's the petcock, and it looks like there's 1 line and another line behind it. We'll have to see. Also looks like the clip may be missing from the other one, but we'll take a look. This line off the back of the tank goes loosely through here, through a little bracket down here, and just hangs loose. Beneath where there were 2 rubber grommets or cushions or seals, but I dropped them both. I'm going to have to go fish them out. Just a warning. Okay, the hose has been disconnected from the right side. The hose is that little thing on the left hand side, the screen, and whatever the connector is in the bottom of the tank there. Disconnected 2 hoses from the petcock, leaving it in the on position. I disconnected what I think is the sensor from its other half there. 2 bolts, and the tank should lift right off now. Tank. Okay, we're going to take the rubber mounts off and that center pad. 2 mounts on the inside, the center pad that fits over this intersection. Rubber gasket, cushion. Assembled all the coils, inner wires. We're looking at wire 3 and 4 here. That's the right side. I don't know if you can see the actual numbers, but I've numbered them all. This is the left side, and I've also numbered the grounding wire number 5. Sorry for the bad focus. Now take off the coils. Okay. 1, 2 have been removed. Looks like I'm going to have to first take the cables off. Okay, I've unscrewed the cables from the coil. And you can see now that this whole cable is loose. And it's labeled number 1. The left coil goes to number 1 and number 4, which is the other cable. And now this should just come right off somehow. guess I'm doing something wrong. A bit of force. And after removing it, again, this goes to 1 and 4. Okay. Screw this. And this one goes to number 3. So this one, in the middle here, and the most one will go to number 2. $10mm socket. That one can just be loosened. This one come all the way up. This one comes up a lot easier. Okay. All the hoses are routed. On the right side of the bike, looking left. Trying to get a feel for how things are routed. Okay, we want to remove the breather things here with the valves. There's one whole unit, 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. All the hoses will stay intact except for this particular hose. And that's the one that gets disconnected from the metal assembly here. So that's undone. Note it went underneath this before. We'll just tuck this back here. 10mm bolt, take all those out. Now it says move the entire assembly forward. Forward from what? That's the question. And this, let's go back to that one. Okay, this came out of the box. It went forward. It came out as a full assembly. This side looks a little gummy. This side's dry. The left side is a little gummy. Now we have access to almost the whole car. These are the reed valves. That's the left side, and it's exactly the same on the other side. I'm going to try to take those out now. Okay, take the reed valves out. You're supposed to keep them oriented the right way. The taper is forward, the upper part forward.
This comes out too.
Okay, now I'm going to take out the spark plugs. This is the only time I had to use so far the toolkit supplied with the bike, which is for the spark plug wrench. And I'm going to use it in addition to my Craftsman.
This out of the way.
Spark plug, 14mm socket, and socket wrench. Put it in here. Work on that. Okay. Doesn't look too bad, but I may just change them anyway because I don't remember the last time they were changed, and while I'm already in here, I'll probably pick up the set. Okay, now I'm ready to take out the 6 valve covers, bolts. Give them 10mm. Just loosen them up. It's going to take some axes. Get creative with those two inner ones, probably with an open wrench. Okay, a couple last things we're going to do. We're going to loosen this bolt here, so this whole fairing will flex. And we're going to put a bolt or two in where the reed valves went, and use vice grips to lift it out, hopefully. Once again, 10mm. Now that becomes flexible for moving the valve cover, and we still need the other bolt. You put this reed valve bolt back in and put that one there, and according to the manual we can wrap a cloth around this and start the yank. I'm using channel locks. That didn't do any good, did it? The idea here is to pry the valve cover loose at that side, the other side. That's off. And now I guess is where the art comes. And that's that imaginary pivot point. Great. After making sure that the seal is staying on the bike, I'm going to try to see if I can figure out where this goes. It's supposed to come up and aft, and out to the left, and then rotate the 6-inch pivot point. Obviously not even getting close. Let's go back down to seals. Piece of cake. Not a problem at all. I love it when a plane comes together. Okay, the very last thing to do is to take off that little cap down by the ignition timing cover, I believe it is, so we can just get access to the portal to see when we're top dead center. I am not going to take that off. because I've been told you don't have to. Okay. I'll just open this up with a good size screwdriver. And I was told also there could be some oil. It shouldn't be much. Something else just in case. Okay, here's the port. And now I'm just going to bump the wheel after leaving it in 6th gear so that I can get it in top dead center. And we should be all set. Let's see now, how easy is this going to be? Not too bad. Okay. Now that I finally got it all apart, just in here a second so we can get a look. There are 2 adjusters right there for the number 2 cylinder. I believe number 1 you can't see because of the cam chain tension right front. There's number 3 off to the right. And we're going to go in and set this to top dead center and adjust it. Ended up taking off that cover anyway. I'll use a 17mm. Oh no, that's a lot bigger than 17. I think that's 27. That's not 17. That's the wrong one. Right. So that's number 3 intake you're doing, and it should be a .0. You're using a .007 or a .178 millimeter.
Right. I would say it doesn't quite go in.
Okay, try going down one more.
That's .15, which is still within range.
Yeah.
I think it's 1.3 or 1.
But that should swim in there now.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it swims. No, this is too tight. And this one, it just kind of swims in there, like we said.
Okay.
This one
needs to be loosened up a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, wait a minute, that's not right. That can't be right. There's pressure on that cam lobe. The cam lobe's pushing down on 3 here.
So we'll take a look at it. So we're correcting it should be inlet of 2 and 4 according to the manual?
Inlet in 2 and 4.
Okay.
And I would say that it's within range. It's a little bit tighter than what they recommend.
On the largest?
No, not recommend. I mean, it's within range. It's like .16 or something.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is get these. I'll tell you in just a minute. This .152, and I'm sure that'll go in.
For the inlet?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let me see if I can zoom this in here. This is something. All right.
It goes in barely. Okay, so you could claim that this is a bit tight, but it's within tolerance. Okay, because this is .15.
Yeah.
And I can get 1.15 in there, and I can get it in there too. So it's within tolerance.
But is it on the tight side?
It's .13 to .13
.13 to
so it's at
1.8.
So it's at .15. So it's in the middle.
Okay, I'm going to probably adjust them all to the loose side a little bit.
Okay.
Because the next time I do it, then I'm going to see how bad it is the next time, or how much they fall out, and then I'll start being able to measure how far between I can work.
Okay. So
these are all tight. That's exhaust number 3.
exhaust 3 and 4 are all tight. Going 1 notch smaller than the maximum, I can only get it into 1 of the 4 valves.
Okay, put 1 in just to see. The 5 is one closest to me.
Okay, that's .203.
Okay.
Okay, which is smaller than the loose side.
All right, so we want to loosen it up.
You got to loosen it up because the one that's the right size, .229, doesn't have a chance, basically.
Okay. Tight fit.
That
Okay.
one's not so, that one wasn't in so tight.
Okay.
Okay, where did I put the fuel gauges?
Yeah, those would help.
What do we need those for? Just stick your fingernail under there, that's
Right there.
okay. So we're doing 9.
Yeah, and the size we want is,
.229, or that's actually .23.
okay,
So,
so we'll, let's see. I gotta use the short stubby one, I can find the shorter one if need be.
might be this
Shorter one?
one. Let's see. Yeah, I'm all right. No, this is fine.
All right.
Okay, that's good. Okay. All right. Well, actually, you have to get the wrench in there first.
No, I'll use the open
Okay.
end.
So, I'm going to open this up around.
Okay, close it down.
Let's go right there.
And then just tight. I should have used the box one. Let's see. Can you get that screwdriver out? I'll use the box one. Guess that was easy enough. Okay.
Move this over here. Okay.
That's in there pretty tight.
Okay. All right. Oops.
Does that slide in there?
This actually can move a little really fast. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try that. Let's see if the next one doesn't go in. Actually, point one, they actually have some meat to them.
That doesn't.
No.
And point one would have been .254, which is 2 years, so that's good. And the .009 is .229, which is within spec.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. So now, listen that one up.
Loosen this one up.
Maybe I'll.
I feel my knuckles going.
All right, I'm gonna get it from the side. There you go. I must have got the loose one. There you go.
I can turn this by hand. See?
Yeah, that's actually good if you can.
Lock it there.
Go look at the. Look at the wrench on.
A different screwdriver?
No, all I have to do is get it in right so I can hold it. Okay. How's that?
Loosen. Getting it in the wrong angle here.
No, it should be really loose now.
No.
No?
There you go.
Too loose?
Now tighten. That's it.
Right there?
Okay.
Then how's it gauge?
Loose.
Too loose?
Try the next one over.
Yeah. It's
Too loose?
Yeah. All right, we'll go back.
Hey.
Yeah, just rotate 360.
Not 360. You gotta go to.
Oh, 180.
Well,
No, 360. It's three. You gotta have. Well, you gotta have so that these two little white guys point to each other.
So you do like that. Because there's another marking here for 2 and 3.
Yeah, no, you gotta come around again. I don't think it's for that. You gotta come down one more half turn so that you go back to top dead center because you want a different piston at top dead center.
Right, but you don't want.
And that's gonna be right.
So what's the 2 and 3?
I don't know. If you look there now, if you look, you know,
Facing each
they're
other.
facing each other.
And we should be doing the
One, you should be doing 1 and 3. You see lobe 1 is
away.
away, and lobe 3 is lobe 3 is going straight up in the air. So.
That's okay.
Right, as long as it's right.
On the intakes.
Okay, and the exhaust should be 1 and 2, looks like.
1 and 2, and that's away, and that's up in the air. That's right. That's
So
good.
you're having a here's your time on the key. It's not forward in terms of the clock and that.
Try to put the valve cover back in. Around its imaginary point.
You're right, that's the big one thing about the imaginary point.
I didn't even have to move this.
Wait, lift it up.
This goes like this. It's around that imaginary point. You know what I didn't notice?
What?
Look at this. Where are those dowels? Center screws or whatever? I don't have any. I don't think. The set screws or whatever. No, I didn't have any when they came out. So. I don't know what the big deal is. Now I'll just go around with a light and make sure there's no.
All right, now let's see.
It's already seated. Cool. Very nicely. I don't know how much I got on that from the camera, but it worked. One thing I did before I actually started was I made a template of all the screws as they came out and the bolts, and I just put them in place, and now I know where they're going to go back. The only other thing is that I'm going to use stainless steel instead of the black ones for the outer bearings. And I'm also going to armor all the hoses before we start, just to protect them. First I'm going to put in the hand tight, all these to the head, cover, the valve cover. And I'll use a torque wrench, 9.8 millimeters, Newton meters, I'm sorry. Okay, I got all the bolts on. Now I'm going to torque opposite corners. Two clicks. That's it. I already did the mid ones. Okay, next I'm going to turn the engine over before I put the plugs back in to make sure there's no clunking noises, which is always a good idea. And that sounds like it's running smoothly without any knocking noises. Next, I'm going to put in new spark plugs because I'm already in here, about $1.50 a piece at the auto parts store, and that will prevent any dirt from falling in no matter what I do afterwards. So I don't want to cross-thread plugs, obviously. And that's in. I've already preset my torque wrench to 14 Newton meters. Where's that fixed? That's it. Do the rest of them. And that's the plug. Okay, you're going to put the tank back on. The important part is when you're putting the tank on that you get the sleeve at the bottom of the inside of the tank to slide over this, not on top of it. Check that. That looks fairly good. And I lost these two grommets or two washers. So I found some in the parts bin. Goes on. And I'll do the other one afterwards. Verify the hoses too. Okay, I'm going to make sure that this is that vent hose. That's not kinked anywhere. I'm only going to temporarily hook up the hoses because I just want to hear it start, and then I'm going to sink the carbs. I'm going to hook up these two hoses. They don't appear to be kinked. Do the inner one first. That's on. This one's going to be more difficult. Put this cover back on. I'm going to try to do it without replacing the seal because it looks like it came off intact. And if it leaks, then I have some other ones. Okay. Oops. Okay, I just want to reconnect the fuel gauge sending unit. And a moment of truth, just to see if it'll start. Sounds good to me. Okay, I already did the oil change, and for the last bit I have a pre-measured measuring cup with a mark. Put 3 full bottles in and just pour in the last bit into this measuring cup. Already run the engine once. That way I don't have to guess anymore between those bottles.